Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and let's get into this last week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. I low-key done forgot what happened on the episode. I'm kind of thinking it wasn't all that interesting, but I'm gonna rewatch it as I do this review. I ain't got a single note. I'm gonna just tell y'all what the hell I think off the top of my head, because I don't think it was a noteworthy episode, but that's just me. I don't know. And then, I be saying stuff like that, and then I'll get to a scene that I can carry on for 15-20 minutes about, and I just see, let's just get into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. And of course, I gotta shout out my super thanksers. Shout out to Granny the Great and Yvette Greer a few times. Shout out to Quintonio, to Carolyn Johnson, Liz Susan, Esther Hanley, Queen Hibiscus. I love that name. Trailblazer 6090 and Esther Young Harry. I love y'all. Thank y'all. So the episode opens up with a G&A event for that athletic clothing line that Giselle and Ashley call themselves having. I wish they would go to Joann's and get some better fabric, because that's some bullshit that they're trying to sell to people. It gives Sheen don't give a damn. What is this? This whole event is supposed to be to promote, I guess, that they have the workout line and that they're fusing other health and fitness and lifestyle programs and products into this whole brand and yada, yada, yada. It's a big workout day, and it's a chance for Ashley to promote this song. Now, I don't know why Ashley around there hopping around with that offbeat song. She up there singing, looking a damn fool, just bopping back and forth. The people just looking at her like the fool she is, and she, come on. Not you gonna demand the people get up and play along like this ain't some bullshit. You can see everybody just start getting up slow like, okay. Well, one thing Mia cannot handle is not being the center of attention, so she got to make this shit about her. They pack up this whole event like Ashley should have done with that damn performance. They go off to the side to have a conversation before they can sit down good. Mia starts in about, guys, I'm just going through so much. I'm dealing with so much with Gordon. He's in mania right now. Oh, you get ready to tell us some bullshit. Soon as you start that he's in mania, he's losing his mind, he's out of control, you getting ready to spill some bullshit. Now, Ashley must have been off to the sides tying up loose ends, because all the ladies are seated except her. She comes and sits down and said, oh, I didn't know you were still here. Yeah, she over here hijacking your shit. Well, as soon as Ashley sits down, Mia starts with, I'm going to try to get this all out without crying. Kiana is tuned in. Kiana, so what you had to cry about, bitch? Yeah, go ahead and tell your business. I'm all ears. What's wrong, dear? Mia starts telling the story to the ladies, and she's like, well, Gordon and Ink got into it, and they all like, what the oh, this is going to be good. What happened? She said, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. Ain't a tear in motherfucking sight, but just go ahead. Gordon was saying stuff like, oh my God, like, you're an adulterer, and that you had an abortion. Oh my God. And I just thought that was really low of him, because how dare you tell anyone anything that I've done with my body? Now, let me tell you something. I'm a woman all day long. I'm pro-choice all day long. I'm your body, your choice all day long. Do what you want to do with that motherfucker. But help me understand. How are you standing on the moral high ground of how dare you share with this man what I have done with my body privately, when you share your body privately with that man? What the you talking about? Gordon, Mia, and Ink are all the same kind of crazy. Because for you to be sitting up here, but I just think that was so low of him. You don't think it's low of you to have a side that you got in your husband's face, in your kid's face? He be laid up with your husband, come over and have coffee with you. You don't think that's low? Y'all all low. Y'all are all in the gutter together doing gutter snipe bullshit. Now, to her face, everybody is pretending to be so sympathetic and empathetic, and oh my God, now Kiana and Wendy over there looking like this the hottest tea they have had all summer. Like, girl, give us more. Ashley said in the confessional, I want to feel where Mia coming from, but I don't feel where she coming from. This some bullshit. Giselle said, Mia, girl, look, this ain't my kind of fun. This ain't my kind of drama. This ain't my kind of tea. You over here fucking up my event. And then Mia carries on about, and then Ink just said to me the other day that if I'm a trigger for Gordon, I'll remove myself. Wendy said, oh my God, he said that? Hell yeah. Because that's his out to go back to who he plays with when he's not playing with you. You think that man is sitting wherever he's sitting pining away for your married with children? He run the same game on you that you ran on Gordon. Y'all take them sweet nothings and that pillow talking, who he touched me like this, and him say him love me. Y'all take that shit to be gospel. And the nigga is playing you like you playing the nigga. There is no honor amongst thieves. The people that do dirt with you will do dirt to you. After y'all done all kind of dirt and underhanded shit, and y'all done schemed and scammed on all these people, once y'all have done it to everybody else, ain't nobody left to do it to but each other. And especially if the money is tied up. If you ain't figured out how to get to the check yet, I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself. I'll be over here with old girl till you get to that bag. Once you get to that bag, you holler at me. Now, Giselle, see, this what I don't like about Giselle. She in the confessional talking that shit. But then she's in Mia's face. Oh, like she's so concerned and trying to give her advice about, well, Ink removing himself doesn't mean removing himself forever. And Mia just is mindless in the confessional about, I really respect Ink for taking a step back, for taking a pause from us being a blended family. This ain't a blended family. This is some who the fuck did I marry? This is Sister Wives, the Brother Husbands edition. This is not a blended family like her. They get through Mia's bush, and Giselle addresses the fact that Karen is not there. She's the only one of the ladies that's not there. And Giselle says we can reasonably assume that it's because Karen had court coming up that week. She said she wanted to tap into her inner first lady and pray for Karen. So she led the group in prayer. I said, now, I think it's a beautiful effort. We're going to always respect the conversations with God. Talk to the Lord. Have you a good prayer. But excuse me, ma'am, when you get back from talking to God, I would like to know why do you still have an inner first lady? Are you still married to Jamal in your head? Are you still the first lady of the church in your head? Are you planning on marrying another pastor, or are you just living in the past? Because what do you mean tapping into your inner first lady? Because you ain't got to be a first lady to pray. I think God will answer the last lady before the first lady. Sometimes I'm just the first to be last and the last to be first. That's what it says. So I'm trying to understand why you got to tap into your inner first lady. Ma'am, I need you to get over it. So they leave from the GNA event and we cut over to Karen's house, and it's her court date. Karen come downstairs dressed like a damn pilgrim. Karen, when I tell you I hollered when Karen came down the stairs like she going to the Salem witch trials, what do you have? Karen means she ain't going to jail. Well, they're getting ready to go to court, and the house is quiet and somber, and she's making her coffee and putting on her shoes. Ray comes downstairs, and he's talking to her about the day and how she's feeling, and talking about how he'd rather be on a golf course and making jokes. Karen says, shit funny. Ain't nothing about this bullshit funny. I don't know why you laughing so damn hard. I think Ray thinks she going to jail and he gonna finally get a break. I don't think it's going down like that, Ray. Well, the attorney shows up. He briefs Karen and tells her, no matter what you do, just stick close by me. What you think they're gonna snatch her into custody? Damn. They load up and head off to the courthouse, and we cut off to the next scene. So the next scene is all of the ladies getting together to catch up, especially about what's going on with Karen. They get together on her court date, and Kiana is the one who has the information. She has the update. Giselle comes in acting like she's so concerned about Karen. Karen has had a day, and has anybody spoken to Karen? Kiana said, yes, I have. And they all, oh girl, what happened? Kiana said, well, it was postponed. Apparently they continued it until September. I don't know, this was in, I guess, June sometime. So they pushed the case back a few months, and all the ladies just kind of looking like the production cut back over to Karen, and they're asking Karen in the confessional what happened that the case got postponed. Karen said, well, I'll say this. The legal process is very slow, and I'll just have to be patient. Well, according to her attorney, this is exactly the outcome they wanted. He said everything went as planned. This is exactly the outcome they expected, and this gives them time, I guess, to work on or continue building her defense. So best of luck. They cut back over to the ladies at the restaurant, and they're talking about how Karen has been looking really skinny lately. And Giselle said, well, yeah, I mentioned that to her, and she said that she hasn't been eating, she hasn't been sleeping. And they're all like, oh my God, what? If jail on the line. Wendy said, well, I've been talking to Eddie about the potential consequences, what her outcomes could be. And it could be anything from she could be on house arrest, she could have to do community service, she could go to the jailhouse. It could be real bad. Now, Giselle, high on messy and low on emotional intelligence, decides, I think we should FaceTime Karen. Now, why the fuck would that lady, fresh out of court, knowing she is the center of y'all gossip, want to play with y'all on FaceTime? Girl, just go to hell. Of course, they call Karen and she don't answer. You're lucky she didn't answer. She'd have probably cursed y'all exes out. Well, before Giselle goes to call Karen, Mia says something about maybe you should text her, make sure she's not drunk. Like, Mia is that she gonna always do her best to throw a bitch under the bus. So Staci, trying to be a good friend and an advocate for Karen's new image, said, guys, I don't think Karen drinks anymore because she never drinks when we're together, like ever. Mia said, if Karen ain't drinking, I ain't having Stacy said, what? Mia said, I said, if Karen ain't drinking, I'm celibate. Stacy said, oh, then Karen's a whole drunk. I love a classy read. I love it to know how to call you a hoe without calling you a, oh, I love it. So we move on to Ashley's house where it is her birthday week. She is home with her children. She's baking a cake. Well, she's going to have her whole family over to include her uncle and his wife. That's the couple in their family that got all the sense. Her mom is coming over and they sit around and talk about her pending divorce. Ashley still seems to be mourning her marriage. She kind of breaks down as the aunt is talking to her about hope for the best but prepare for the worst. That you don't know how this is going to go and it will never be as amicable as you want it to be. And y'all got a whole lot to think about for the next how many ever years. Y'all got kids to raise and everything that comes with that. And even once they're grown, you got to send them off to college and all kind of other shit. Ashley starts breaking down saying how she is aware of that, how they've been telling her that all along, but she's really coming to terms with the fact that her marriage is going to be over, and either the last time or the next time that she sees him may be the last time that she sees him as her husband. Well, you know, here's my thing. Let me tell you something. Maybe this is just me and how I operate with people, but I don't care what your actual title is, the position title you have in my life. Once you behave like you are something other than that, you get retitled. I don't give a damn. So I can see you 15 times before the court said, I don't belong to you and you don't belong to me. Every time I see your sorry, you are not my husband. You some counterfeit. Because my husband wouldn't do the shit you did. Well, Ashley's uncle, being the one in the family with all the sense, he offers her some words of support and encouragement. Now, he can't even pretend to be sad. He got a smile on his face from ear to ear. He hugged his niece and said, well, I think it's a good thing. And I'm going to tell you like this. Y'all got these kids together, which means y'all will be seeing each other regularly, which means he's going to be regularly reminding you of why this was a good decision. Ashley explains in the confessional that the reason she was so apprehensive about proceeding with her divorce is because she knows the man that she married. And she knows that if you back him into a corner, he'll come out fighting stronger and heavier than ever. Here's my thing. I find that to be bullshit. One, because he backed himself into a corner when he got caught doing the shit he was doing before you signed that prenup extension. That's when you should have left him. That was your out. That's when you had him by the balls. And he played you. He knew that you had a fear of losing your lifestyle, that you couldn't compute that he done up so bad you could take your lifestyle with you. You were so afraid of losing your lifestyle and you equated access to the lifestyle with access to him. And he tricked you into signing away your out. That's what happened. You were afraid of losing your lifestyle because you saw him as the only means to have it. So Ashley's mom gets there and they all go sit outside on the patio to talk, and they're talking about the expectations of this whole mediation process. And Ashley's saying she's concerned about getting into the nitty-gritty of things where they have to start discussing details of infidelity and things of that nature. And the uncle asks, well, do you have concrete evidence of infidelity? Ashley said, well, I mean, it's on the internet. He said, that's concrete evidence. And she was just kind of nodding like, yeah. That tells me Ashley knows a whole lot more about that little piece of video that we saw than we know. Ashley knows some shit. She been saving face. So we move on to the next scene, which is Mia heading to the airport to pick up ink. And production is in the confessional as confused as me. Production said, hold on now. Because in the last scene that we just had you in this episode, you said Ink told you he was going to take a step back and y'all were on a pause. So when did y'all hit play? What the fuck is going on? Sure, Mia can't think of the lie fast enough. Mia started saying, well, what happened was the bitch went blank. She said, hold on, let me start over. So what, I don't know. This girl is fucking nuts. And the fact that Bravo lets this girl sit up there and play in their faces and ours is some bullshit. Basically, I lied for attention and sympathy. She says some about, well, you know, I guess a break is just determined based on, you know, when you want a break. Girl, just... So Mia picks up Ink from the airport. They switch seats and she lets him drive her car. Girl, they get in, they're making small talk. Now, first of all, it could be me because I'm just not a small talk person. Small talk irritates the shit. I'm like, please don't make no nonsense conversation with me. Leave me alone. He gets in and she's, how was your day? How was your flight? And he goes, yeah, the flight was smooth. We actually landed early. I'm grateful for that. Just what? I can't stand a conversation about a bunch of nothing. I just, Lord. Well, apparently neither can Mia, because they ain't 2 minutes down the road and this heifer starts talking to the side about the maid. She said, honey, I'm just going through so much. It's just been such a week, you know. Gordon. I said, hold on. And you know, I've had this conversation with a side bitch. I'm trying to understand. How low do you have to be in yourself to be sitting up with, laid up with a motherfucker that would talk your head off about the next bitch? Maybe it's my ego. I don't know. But you ain't gonna sit up while you in my face and my space and my time and my energy and my body and talk to me about the next bitch that's on your motherfucking nerves. Oh, hell no. Mia is talking to Ink about, you know how Gordon is. It'll be one way one day. It's another way the next day. And they played the clip of Gordon at the last reunion saying how he's cordial with Mia's new boyfriend. And they flip over to them in the car saying how basically, you know, he got a problem with it today. And Ink is saying, yeah, I'm sure the next time I see him, it'll be all smiles and fist bumps and what up, Ink? Like this little boy. Ink is joking about, you know, maybe if he was about 25 years younger, I could do something about it. No, maybe if your account was bigger, you could do something about it. Maybe if you were somewhere making some money rather than being laid up with somebody's wife, you could do something about it. Because if you had enough money, you could snatch her up out that situation. But y'all over there scheming and scamming on an old man trying to collect a bag. That's your motherfucking problem. They just a key. And he said, yeah, I can't do nothing about it because he might call a time on me. I said, yeah, you'll have to respect your elders. He said, yeah, stand on business, granddaddy. But y'all around there trying to get granddaddy money. This lady done laid up and had granddaddy churn. Just please shut up. So we move on to Wendy's house where she's setting up her birthday party. We see all the ladies starting to arrive. First, we see Mia coming in with her boyfriend, and then we see Kiana and her boyfriend, Greg. We see Mia and Kiana and their men's off to the side talking. And once again, Mia is here with all her drama and bullshit trying to be the center of attention. They did not hire you for entertainment. Don't nobody want to hear your fucking stories. She's over there talking about how it's a lot. You know, Gordon is not supposed to be coming to my floor. Do you know how uninteresting you have to be that all you have to talk about is this trifling triangle that you in? Like, girl, get a personality. You know what I think? First of all, I think Mia thinks that this whole going around always talking about Gordon and he's crazy and I got another man and I'm maintaining 2 men. I think she thinks it makes her look like an alpha woman. Like, ooh, I'm the woman that got all the men want me. I got the skills to pay the bills. Like, she wants to be perceived as the woman everybody wants to be so that all the women will want to be around her. Girl, don't nobody want you. They don't want to be you. They don't want to be like you. You can barely keep the 2 men you got. One of them you got because he halfway out his mind. And the other one is over there counting coins with you, waiting on you to rob that man so he can rob you. So Karen and Ray show up and they break up this conversation. Thank y'all very much. So after they come in, we see Staci and her boyfriend TJ. He's sickening. And then Giselle comes in. Well, Giselle comes in. She makes a beeline to Karen. She goes and hugs Karen about, oh, Karen, you're free. See, now, Karen better than me because I told her, yeah, I'm free, just like that ponytail must have been because it does not match. So then we see other ladies arriving. We see Ashley showing up. And then we see Jazzy. Now, you know something I noticed? To say Jazzy got this man that she is in love with and she helping him raise these kids and she know they gonna get married, why he don't ever be at no events with her? And I'm not saying that as a slight to her. I'm saying that as, girl, go side-eye that man. Ask him where he at. So next thing you know, Mia spots Wendy's mom and she goes over to Wendy's mom to make conversation about this is the first time she's seen her since they exchanged words on the internet. Wendy's mama is looking at her like, girl, if you don't get your ass out my face, she said hello. When Mia said, I haven't seen you since we exchanged some words on the Twitter, Wendy's mom said, we did. Mia said, we did. Well, you did, but I just wanted to come over and say hello and tell you you look beautiful. Wendy's mom said, oh, okay. How's life treating you? Mia said, life is treating me good. Life is really good. Wendy's mom said, oh, okay. Well, you are in my prayers for once. Mia said, oh, thank you. Wendy's mom said, yeah, you have to forgive somebody, especially when they've called you out of your name. Mia brings up that, yeah, you said some not so nice things about me on Twitter. Wendy's mom said, yeah, I talked about you when you threw a drink at my daughter. You know how crazy you gotta be to go confront somebody's mama but they had something to say about you on the internet after you assaulted their child, I see she'd cause me to tear up my own damn party. Wendy's mom said, what I thought you were referring to is the scene on this show where there was a bird and you asked my daughter if that was me. I would like it to be known that I'm not a witch. I don't fly, but I'll tell you what I do. What I do is I pray Holy Ghost fire, and I pray in Jesus' name. That's what I do. Now, that's all well and good, and I'm not saying that it's not true. And this ain't necessarily even about Wendy's mama, but let me tell you something I have learned. Some of the biggest witches is in the church. Something my mama used to say is everything that cry hallelujah ain't holy. So just because somebody jumping around Jesus, and I goes to church on Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that don't mean they ain't a witch. That don't mean they heart is right. Because sometimes it ain't even as deep as being a witch. Sometimes you just a up individual. Sometimes your heart just ain't right. Sometimes you really just need to go work on you. But being, I don't want to say devil's advocate, the angel's advocate, somebody's advocate, I do get what Wendy's mother is saying. That if you are a person who operates based on your faith, if you are a person who believes in the power of prayer, if you are a person who believes in the vengeance of God, if you are the righteous of God and your prayers availeth much, you can go to God and say, hey, they over here, they talking about me like a dog. They trying to attack me. They scandalizing my name. Lord, they done stole from me. And people can find out real quick that the G in God is for gangster. That he don't play by his churn. So having said that, you can go to God and get results that make it look like this lady must be around here casting all kind of spells. No, I just know the big God. That's all. So I get what she's saying. But, I also get why people be kind of looking at her sideways. Mia's in the confessional saying how she forgot that Wendy's mom wanted her to apologize for her comment about the crow. She said whatever Holy Ghost fire she sent missed Mia and went to Gordon. She said, when you're anointed and protected, it missed me, but, it hit him. So sorry. But let me help you real quick. Because if that's the father of your children and the Holy Ghost fire hit him, then it has affected the lives of your children. Do you know how far removed you have to be from any true regard for your children to say, my children's father is severely affected by some shit I might have got him mixed up in? Like, he had nothing to do with it. I've been around here cursing out the lady and calling her all kind of bitches and witches. And he done caught hell on. I don't give a damn that that's my kid's daddy. I don't give a damn that my kids may not have a father in his right mind for the rest of their lives. And then I just look around. You over there hopping from house to house. You dealing with a side man to get your bills paid. The baby daddy done lost his mind. Y'all losing all your businesses. If the lady did send Holy Ghost fires, burning some stuff up. But anyway, getting back to the event at hand, everybody is mingling and you have the DJ, the host, whoever this man is with the microphone. He announces for everybody to stand up and come to the water's edge where they're going to have Wendy making her grand entrance. Wendy is making an entrance by way of a speedboat that's designed to look like a sports car. They spinning around in the water. Everybody just standing there looking. While they standing around, they talking and carrying on. And Ashley is letting Staci know she's planning a drag king show where I guess she and other women dress up like men because she said she feel like she got a little bit of a man inside her and she need to share her masculine side. Just girl, go find your therapist. So now everybody's getting seated for dinner and Mia and Ink carrying on about how they hungry and I wish they would hurry up and bring the food. Y'all ain't eat before y'all came. Giselle is trying to figure out why the hell Ink is there at all. She said, why is Mia here with Ink? When just last week, Mia had me rubbing her leg about, Ink and Gordon aren't getting along, and Ink said he's going to back off, and they're arguing in front of the kids, and now she look on Instagram, and they taking shots together and jumping in the pool with the kids and all kinds, because Mia be lying. Now, while they're all sitting at the table preparing for dinner, waiting on Wendy to get out the water and get over here, they're making conversation amongst themselves, and Staci starts talking to Ray about, have you ever heard of a drag king? Ray said, well, no, I never heard of that, but I guess once you explain it, I guess it makes sense. So Staci says to Ashley, hey, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt y'all conversation, but I would just like y'all to know that Ray didn't know what a drag king is either, because when I said I had never heard of a drag king, y'all made all kinds of fun of me. Ashley is in the confessional saying how, I like Staci. We have a lot in common. We're both yogis. We're both into yoga. We were both married to foreign white men. But I just feel like Stacy is missing some flavor. I know you motherfucking lie. Ashley, of all people, want to talk about somebody who ain't got no flavor? My thing is, even if she doesn't, Ashley ain't got enough flavor to be the one calling it out. Could you sit your ass down? So now they're having this conversation, and Stacy's date, boyfriend, best friend, whatever the hell that man's supposed to be, he comes and sits down at the table. And she says, I've been looking for you, because she had been looking for him earlier in the scene. And he said something, I was right over there. And she said, oh, I didn't see you. He said, yeah, you came to a party to hang out with everybody but me. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. And then I don't know if this is from another scene. I don't know if he talking to somebody else, but there was a clip of him saying, you can take your hands off me. You can carry your ass home. We ain't got to talk never again. You can pretend that the day you met me never happened, because I don't know who the fuck you think you playing with. I'm telling you, I don't care if it takes 10 years to come out. That man has a nasty mean streak. He's a nasty motherfucker behind closed doors. Because if this is him being the nice Christian man, I can only imagine the monster that he's hiding. Now, they all sitting at the table looking awkward after this bullshit, after this motherfucker's coming out his face sideways. And Ashley is saying in the confessional that TJ is a big grown-ass man. He should have the charisma and the social skills to make friends himself. He should be able to entertain himself amongst this group of people. I find it interesting that he is talking this shit about you hung out with everybody but me. Because when she was looking for him, he was off to the side having I remember when I had all the money back in 75 conversation with Ray. Well, Ray over here telling him, yeah, I had a personal computer back in 1975. So Wendy finally makes her entrance. She gives a speech and everybody is having dinner and sitting around and mingling. And Stacy asked that damn man, do you like the flowers? Don't you know this man looked at the flowers for a second and said, that's a girl question. What big grown ass? You got to be at least 50-year-old ass man. Says some stupid shit like that. That's a girl question. So Wendy is off to the side taking pictures with her family and Eddie's family. And they're all happy to have this reunion going on. And meanwhile, everybody else is mingling. And Wendy and Eddie got a friend that's there. That man is determined to leave there with a piece of something. He done had his eye on Ashley from the time she set foot in there. Hey, come here. He over there flirting, looking her deep in her eye, picking her up and carrying her across the lawn. And Giselle spoke up to say, hey, Ashley, come here. Let me put something in your ear, because see, I got expertise about community. Okay, that one there is for the community. Leave him right where you found him. You see how he in everybody's face? He's smiling at everybody. He touches something, everybody. You just the only one biting. Wendy finishes taking her family pictures, and the Housewives cast, the ladies of the show, gather around to have their final scene of the episode. Well, they're sitting around this table, and they're telling Wendy how that was a grand entrance, girl. Yes, we loved it. Now, we didn't know what took you so long and why y'all was spinning around out there in the water just going in circles, but it was an entrance. Now, y'all know y'all was talking cash about that lady, but go ahead. And Wendy knew it too. Wendy said, oh, thank you so much. But why I feel like y'all about to say some shit that's just gonna fuck it all up. They said, no, of course not. No, they ain't gonna ruin your night tonight. They'll tear it up another day. Giselle said, no, what I would like to talk to is Mia and her situation. She said, now, Mia, the last time we saw you was at the GNA event and you was spilling your guts and fake crying about how Gordon and Ink weren't getting along and you so stressed out by the situation. And not 24 hours later, you on Instagram having a full photo shoot, jumping in the pool, taking shots with the kids, Gordon and Ink. Giselle is in the confessional saying that Mia lies about so much, there's no telling what to believe from her. And they flash back and show just a few incidents where Mia just flat out lied. She lied about some shit about Chris was trying to holler at her or her friend and ended up confessing on the reunion where, oh, that was just a jab. Then she came up and said she had cancer and never actually had job. Mia is a liar and she's dangerous. And I don't know why Bravo thinks that's entertaining. So Mia starts trying to set up the lie by retelling the story she already told them. She said, well, before the GNA event, Gordon and Ink went on a rampage against each other. They were not trying to hear that. They said, we already know that. We're trying to figure out what changed in less than 24 hours from you telling us that story to you popping up on Instagram with both of the men and your kids. And the episode comes to an end with Mia saying, the fathers of my children can get along. They said the fathers. You know what I think about Mia? Mia uses shock as a distraction from her own accountability. That if she can shock you bad enough, You're more shocked by the actual circumstance or dynamic than you are by her character or lack thereof that would create the circumstance or dynamic. That, like, she's a shock jock in real life. That's how she lives her life. I think Mia is one of those people who so lacked attention growing up that it is carried over into her adulthood, and she has that thing where any attention is better than no attention. So even if I have to make an absolute fool of myself, even if there is no dignity, no integrity, not a piece of moral or ethic in the mix, it don't matter as long as I'm getting attention. Mia is the epitome of trashy and trifling. She just is. That's it. That's all. That's all there is today. And that's all there is to this episode. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. I can't say shit. I ain't gonna pretend like I'm gonna try to come up with something nice to say about that lady. She's a fucking mess. She's a poor representation of womanhood, especially black womanhood. I ain't got nothing to say about that bitch. That's it. That's all I got no more. Thank you so much for coming down here listening to me and let me get this off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, you know I love you and I mean it. Bye.